GEORGETOWN, good night. North Windward, let me hear you. Lord, what a crowd of people. NDP in the house tonight. Mr. President, my colleagues, those of you listening on radio, very, very special night to you. I come here tonight for a brief presentation. I have been going through some struggles.
Me too.
And still going through some struggles.
Me too.
The regime that stole the last two elections did all in their powers to destroy me physically. Up to today, I am suffering directly from the consequences of the brutal attacks Hendricks, Alexander and company ordered for me. But my grandmother's prayers are always with me. And by the help of God and the medical team, I will be there. I will be there to see the end of these vagabonds. I will be there to see justice for the people of this country. I will be there to see that all the opportunities that you have missed over the last 2 terms will be manifold and they'll be multiplied to each and every Vincentian, regardless of your political persuasion. Listen to me. I have a very serious message for you tonight. Very, very serious message. I want you to reflect a little bit on what has just happened in as far a place as New Zealand. I want you to reflect on how people of a particular religious persuasion were just gunned down by one man who doesn't think they have the right to do what they want to do. I want you to reflect on it, because as a people we tend to get naive. When you see the signs every day of your life, you tell yourself it can't happen to you. That is a mistake that those people made. The people in the United States of America are finding that not even as Christians in their church they're safe, because some people feel they alone must live and everybody else must die. And now I bring you back to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I want you to remember when we protested at the port, the police ill-treated an elderly woman.
Yes.
And others. Did you ever hear any member of the ULP offer an apology? No. Did you?
No.
When Ralph Gonsalves and company in the ULP took a break from the parliament and recruited those people who swear to take a bullet on his behalf, when they brought the Tonton Macoute into the parliament and brutalized us, your representatives in the parliament, did you hear an apology from them? No. All right. When the son of Ralph Gonsalves came back and was made senator and was campaigning, what did he say in Caliqua? NDP people must have to. NDP must have to. Are you taking notes? Are you taking notes? When every election in this country, even Rodney Adams, a supervisor of election, made sure that the final list list was printed and distributed for every polling station in this country. There is a woman called Sylvia Finley Scrub who refused to produce the final list at the last election. I personally went to her and pointed out to that wicked woman the difference between the final list for every polling station as opposed to every polling division. Because in the polling division there may be 3 stations, and in the polling division list only one summary of all the stations. In other words, that woman presented a list for which you had no summation. So you couldn't say how many voters would be in the subdivisions of that list. Completely against the laws of this country. I want you to ask yourself if that wicked act by Sylvia Finley Scrub was accident or deliberate. Ask yourself that. Why would the supervisor of election fail to do what all other supervisors have done as is mandated by the law? She decided she's not doing it even when we vehemently requested from her. I want you all to follow me. I want you to look around and see how all the relatives and family members of Ralph Gonsalves are well placed in this country. How easy it is for them to come back and be put in the highest positions in the land, even when there are others much more qualified. I want you to take note. Understand the systematic destruction of our people by referring to you, Vincentians, in the most uncultured names, unschooled, untutored, and the list goes on. Nasty, dirty dog. I want you to pay attention to how right here, after the New Democratic Party made lands available to people, including bigots, you see how they're treating that humble black man in this country. Are you paying attention? Bigots has no right to own lands in this country. Unless Ralph Gonsalves and company says so, he mustn't do it. Are you following me? They're going to say that Daniel Cummings is spreading alarm in this country. But I know, I stand by every single word I pronounce tonight. Because every word is factual. The way they treated Marcus the Freitas, the way they treated Begabegs, I will not even refer you to what they've done to my investment in a winery, or what they've done to my wife, who is a competent lawyer and served this country well. I just want you to understand, sometimes you sit back and say that they wouldn't do it to you because of this or because of that. Understand that what happened in New Zealand is a warning for us, not only here in St. Vincent and Grenadines, but around the world. We must stand up for our rights. And so tonight, my word, in addition to reaching out to you, my word goes out to the people in whose hands lie the decision as to whether the 2015 election was right or wrong. I have a word. The results of that challenge in the court is not just about who win and who lose. The result is about whether we are a people or a bunch of crabs. That is what this is about. Listen, When we appoint people to preside over elections, it does not matter what their political affiliation is. People have a right, but they must exercise their responsibility justly and fairly. When a presiding officer pushes a finger in the air and says, "Show me a voting finger," that cannot be allowed. That must never be allowed. Never. When you have a man who admits that the ballots were not good, but he decides he must count them, no, that must never happen. That must never happen. St. Vincent and the Grenadines must not be the laughing stock of the world. This is not just about getting rid of Silver-Friendly Scrub. This is not just about bringing back games. This is about what the ULP has done to this country. Never before has this kind of thing happened. It didn't happen under Joshua. It didn't happen under Milton Cater. And it certainly never happened under James Mitchell. It is only the advent of this wicked ULP that our rights have been trampled on, my brothers and sisters. So to those who are going to decide, look in the mirror, I say, and understand your decision is not just about who is in government and who is in opposition. It's about whether we are a people of laws. It's about whether we have any integrity left in our society. It's about whether we respect our people anymore. And I say to you, whatever the result of that election, of that petition, you as a people must understand, from here onwards, you either do it right or you're not doing it at all. From here onwards, nobody who is corrupt must be allowed in our electoral process. From here onwards, cut out this nonsense about making the people who transferring people, making them justices of the peace, so that they're just signing up all the political cronies. Cut that to hell out, I say. That must go. Our electoral process must be transformed, and that cannot happen with the dead horse in charge now. They have to go. They have to go. They have to go. And they cannot, they must never be allowed to preside over the election in this country again. Good night. God bless you.